Alright, hey guys, it's me again, you know who I am. And today I have another interesting build for you guys. So this one is an Equinox build, but it doesn't require one Equinox to pull off, it requires two. And the reason for that is the idea behind this build is one cannot function to its full potential without the other. Since it's Valentine's Day, I thought I'd do something special like that. So here are the two builds. So here's the main of the build. It's going to be focused around Maim and Provoke, and with the augment Peaceful Provocation, I boost myself and allies around me as power strength up to 49% with Transient Fortitude, Intensify, and Power Drift, which is fine, and that's perfect for the other build. And I have a lot of range, a lot of efficiency, so that way, basically the Provoke costs no energy. If someone casts like an ability around it costs exactly like 0.75 energy for someone to cast their ability inside the buffing aura, but you're not even going to notice it with a max efficiency. And the Maim drain is very low with max efficiency and continuity here. You can put, if you add more form, you can definitely switch this out for a prime continuity. But if you're gonna use you only need two forma to do this if you're gonna use a regular continuity. Now let's go to the other build, which is the Night Form build. And Night Form has immediately more health, and this is needed because the slow on Peaceful Provocation requires damage taken by allies increases, basically makes the slow stronger. And it caps out at a good 80%. Now you want to stay alive because if this goes away, or if you die or you jump in a hole or something like that, you lose your slow. Simple as that. Now, as you can tell, immediately my power strength isn't as high as it should be, and that's because the Dayform Equinox will be buffing up my power strength, and once his Provoke is maxed out, I'm going to go ahead and cast my slow inside of his aura, and basically that's going to max out the slow to 80% without, using like a whole lot of power strength. And basically you can change around the power strength. So if you're going to have say Dayform have like less power strength, then Night Form needs more, and then basically vice versa. If Night Form is using or less power strength, Day Form is gonna need more, stuff like that. And you don't have to. You can probably swap out the efficiency mods if you don't really care about the efficiency for like a Blind Rage or something, because a Blind Rage will probably fit these builds perfectly, and I won't need the other three power strength mods. But I feel like that the drain on Maim is a little too high with Blind Rage on. So what your job is to do with each build is, so Day Form is going to be doing the damage. Gonna be getting his hands dirty, and he's gonna be clearing out trash mobs and stuff like that. And basically, and he's also gonna be buffing both of your abilities essentially. Now with Night Form is going to slow the enemies down and provide CC, and that slow is gonna be like protecting, say, an objective, and him from taking in the slow. Basically, essentially, it significantly lowers the DPS of the enemies attacking the Day Form, because he is very squishy. However, you can heal, he cannot. And also, with Maim, you can also have the Night Form sleep enemies. So if you want a little bit more duration, you could probably swap this vitality out, because with the slow, it's almost like and say if you're going against infested enemies, you almost don't need this unless you're doing like an endurance run. But I'd rather be better safe than sorry, so I put the vitality on there. But you can swap this out and put like a continuity. That way you can, if you sleep the enemies, they'll have you have a little bit more time to perform finishers on them. And then basically, if you're running a dagger like I am on this build with Covert Lethality, basically be buffing or supercharging the damage of the Maim build. So let me just switch this back. So basically you can basically without Night Form, Day Form's Maim doesn't scale infinitely, and without Day Form's buff, Night Form's slow is not very effective. And basically you really need to basically the idea is to stick together, and you'll basically survive anything. You will withstand anything, essentially. because Maim's damage will scale infinitely off of Covert Lethality. You could totally do something like that by yourself, but you need like a natural talent, which is not ideal for a main build, which is why Night Form is here. And Night Form is keep Day Form healed, keep the enemy slowed, and so he takes significantly less damage and doesn't die or get steamrolled. Because as soon as the slow drops, and if you're doing like say a really long run on Hirocon, basically it's over. it's over. You're gonna get steamrolled until you can build the slow back up again, and the only like line of defense that is keeping you from getting steamrolled immediately is Maim. But even then, the Maim stops enemies for like a few seconds, and then they're gonna proceed to fucking steamroll you. But yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoy this video. But yeah, basically can't have one without the other. And I honestly, and the things you can accomplish with just the two of you doing this, imagine what you could do with a full squad of, say, a full squad of Equinoxes, or hell, like other frames that basically synergize well with Equinox. Like for instance, like say a Nova, because Nova will also debuff the enemies to make them take 2 times damage, and also slow them. So imagine that slow plus another 80% slow. This slow is actually stronger than Nova's, but doesn't make them like more vulnerable to damage. So I think it's a little bit stronger than Nova's. It's like 5% slower than slow Nova. I'd highly recommend. This like doesn't seem like a full build. You know, it's 2 builds, but I'd highly recommend you give this a try with your significant other, or say if you don't have a significant other, you could do this with a friend or something like that. But anyway, guys, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. Also, if you're single today, you could also replace the Peaceful Provocation mod with Duality. And basically, you can stare into the eyes of your significant other as they fly off into the sunset. Huh.